Cool. Cool.
Perfect.
This is just us checking in. We're back at it again, round 2. It is our first time doing a podcast, which means there's a lot of bumps and bruises along the way.
For example, I have just pressed the record button.
Yes, and we have been talking for maybe like
Hours.
a while.
Hours.
Just like one hot minute and a half.
Right.
But we are doing this podcast and we've trapped Lance here. I have him change the chair right now, as you can see.
Yeah. Yeah, so welcome to the actual Coffee Cast, episode 1.
Episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. What are we doing?
In my opinion, this doesn't make any sense and we shouldn't be doing it. But nevertheless, I wanted to create a space where I could get some crap out of my system. So that
Not the bathroom.
Everyone else around here has to suffer from my inability to focus. So now what we're doing is we've contained all of my antics into a single room, a single place, and it may be recorded for blackmail purposes. I don't know, but we're just going to see where it goes.
I think it's bold to say that we've contained all of the antics in this one moment.
Fair point, because it's not contained at all. It's less contained than COVID, than that Rona.
Yeah, but it's being used for something. I think one of the biggest things that I wish more people could hear and witness and experience is Lance Roper. Because that's what I get to experience every day. I come in here and just this morning, somebody threw themselves on the floor for a bit. And I just think that more people need to experience what is Lance Roper. And that's why we're here.
You're right. I can't turn it off. I think that's the problem. So, we were talking and we thought it might be fun to have a podcast that just is less focused on the coffee business or other boring stuff like that. Although it's impossible for it not to weave itself in our conversations.
For sure.
But rather just to talk about more daily life stuff. This is a podcast from the perspective of people who are running a small Midwestern coffee company.
Yeah.
And, we have a good time. I think that we'll probably have some people on the podcast as guests.
Oh, yeah.
You don't just have to put up with me talking the whole time. I mean, there will be a lot of that. But you'll also get to hear from people who are just interesting to me, who are funny.
Yeah.
And, I think Joe Rogan might be on the podcast. He's...
For sure.
I know he's really scratching to be on this one.
Mm-hmm. He will not stop calling.
Right. Yeah. It's like we blocked him. There's no ego involved in this podcast either. We're not sitting here saying, hey, you should listen to us talk about, business advice or the coffee industry. I think one of the things that'll come out of the podcast is the coffee industry forces people to be, I think, more serious than they want to be.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I fall into that trap a lot.
I fight it.
I know. Boy, do I know. Yeah.
To my own detriment, I fight it very heavily. And maybe something good that comes out of this would be, some other folks in the coffee business just chilling out a bit.
Yeah.
Just chill out.
What would that be like?
It might be nice.
Well, okay, my hands are up.
Right. Instead of being like, the classic interaction between customer at a cafe and a barista, they're like, yeah, could I get a macchiato? Instead of the barista being like, do you mean a caramel latte?
Do you mean a vanilla latte with caramel drizzle because there's no actual caramel in there?
Yeah. So, maybe some less snobbery, some more good old down to earth kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm probably overreaching as to what this podcast will do. But if anything, it's going to be fun. So.
I hope so. for your sake and for mine, and for theirs.
Yeah. So let's talk about who we are.
Who
for a
are
minute.
we?
Let's talk about first this little company that we both work for.
Yeah. Well, I work for you founded.
I founded it, but I work here. I'm an employee of
You
the company.
are an employee.
Officially an employee of the company.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How long have you been here?
Since 2012, I've been here. Yeah.
I was 12.
12 in 2012.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So I started Actual Coffee a long time ago. It was a real low budget start, just like this podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've heard many times that you started roasting coffee on a popcorn popper.
Popcorn popper.
What does that actually look like? I don't know a lot about the roasting side of things, and so I always find it super intriguing to hear about that.
Yeah. I wanted to start a coffee shop first, and then I learned that I didn't have any money, and I wasn't going to get any money, and no one was going to give me any money, and so that was just like not in the cards. But
Sounds like our government shut down right now.
yes, there's no money, and you're not going to get any, and you're never going to.
Oof.
We'll see. So I found out that people roast coffee in popcorn poppers, and I wanted to be like the cool kids who would go to Goodwill and find, one on the shelf there and spend like $4 on it.
Yeah.
And another interesting tidbit about those 80s, 90s popcorn poppers is that they have more horsepower than the new ones at Target. So while they're like $4, they have like 2,000 watts of energy. So maybe sometimes a little bit better for coffee roasting if you could find a vintage one.
Nothing's
more
built
power.
to last.
They'll probably catch on fire. So make sure your homeowner's insurance is updated. Make sure you have renter's insurance. But yeah, they have more horsepower. So get an old one if you can. But I bought mine from Target like a loser.
Hey,
Air
no hate to Target, all right?
Air Poppery 2 or something. It was like $25.
Sure.
And Sweet Maria's was at the time, and probably still is, like the number one place to get small quantities of green coffee that's like good quality. So I bought the popcorn popper, ordered some coffee from Sweet Maria's, and you pretty much like dump the coffee in the top and turn it on, and it starts spinning around and eventually turns yellow, and then it turns brown, and then it starts popping like popcorn, and then it's done. And you like let it sit for a day, and you drink it, and it was awesome. It was like hands down the best coffee I'd ever had without knowing anything. Little interruption to the story here. If you're listening and you hear random noises, just say to yourself, "Oh yeah, low budget podcast."
Low budget podcast. And 9 times out of 10, they will also be me because I cannot sit still.
And we don't care.
Yeah.
Like, why would I? All right, anyways. We'll take care of that in post. So that's how I started. That was my experiment that funneled into the rest of kind of like the daydreaming about a coffee business. And that story continues to unfold. But from there, we had a Kickstarter campaign that kind of helped me get our first like commercial equipment.
Yeah. I was going to say, didn't you just have someone reach out to you recently?
Yes, actually. So the Kickstarter was in 2012, and I hadn't posted an update since
2012.
Yeah, it was like maybe 2013 or something like that. It took a while for like once the Kickstarter was over and you got the money, then you had this communication with people so they got their rewards, which were like t-shirts, bags of coffee, subscriptions, so on and so forth. But someone left a comment on the Kickstarter, like 12 years later, and I got an email notification, and it was cool to see that, wow, I still get email notifications from Kickstarter, like 6 email addresses back. And I just realized, like, I should post an update. So I did, but it got me kind of reminiscing about all of the stuff I've been through to get to this point, which it doesn't feel like super impressive to me, but when I stop and look back to the popcorn popper and then, having 4,000 square feet here in a really highly coveted roasting setup, It is pretty humbling. And some of the people that backed the Kickstarter way back when are still customers today.
Well, you must be doing something right.
I'm going to have to do some shout outs, maybe on the next episode, because it's been a long time and they've put up with some crap. Just like as we learned how to ship orders, quickly and reliably and all of that, they've stuck with us. So
yeah, I mean, it's a major process.
The coffee must be good enough to cover up a bunch of other.
Either they really like the coffee or they really like you.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, it's definitely me.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Jeremy Mahler and Sarah Horn. I see you.
He sees you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, more of those to come. But yeah, fast forward from Popcorn Popper to Kickstarter to Loring Coffee Roaster, Loring S15 Falcon. We got some cool stuff here, and the coffee's good, and kind of the passion of roasting coffee to now being a business owner is an interesting transition. There's some material there for anyone thinking, oh, I have this hobby that I love, I should turn it into a business. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I have this thing that I really enjoy doing. Let me make money off of it.
Yeah. So we can talk about that sometime. But yeah, my start into coffee was through my own business. And I don't know how common that is, but I tried to work in a cafe a little bit here and there just to get the experience.
Sure.
And the first cafe I worked at was called Bleak House. And I was just, working like a couple days a week. No, it was an interesting time because like that building is one of like Toledo's original skyscrapers.
Oh, really?
It's the Spitzer building.
Oh.
So the Bleak House started there.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was founded by an attorney, and he had brought on, I think, like one or two other people to kind of run it. But that building sat vacant for a while. It's kind of in Toledo's famous, I think they call it Four Corners or something like that. But the Spitzer building, the Nicholas building, and then there's a couple others that I don't remember their names. But I think there's some development to begin like actually reviving these buildings. So the Spitzer building's currently being gutted.
Dang.
There's construction equipment all around, so that's great news because it's a super cool building. But I met some interesting people there, and this was in 2013. We were making pour-overs and talking about different coffee companies, and it was kind of taking off. It was maybe like that era's first indie coffee shop in Toledo. Not quite the first, but among the first. Plate 21 was also among the area's like indie coffee shop scene, as was the Flying Joe. So
what was this, like 2010?
Yeah. In that era. And like Flying Joe, Plate 21, there are probably others that I'm not naming, but and Bleak House were kind of the first three companies that I felt that were beginning to promote like what specialty coffee meant and how it was different. We're talking like single origin coffees and pour overs and manual brewing methods and traditional espresso beverages like prepared properly. So it was a cool time. And I'm in the roasting position, so I'm trying to get cafes to serve our coffee, and there weren't many roasters at the time. So as quick as I could scale up, people were ready to buy the coffee, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, like the third wave coffee movement, that was what this was in our area.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I think it was a little delayed because, I'm sitting in Ohio, like on my computer, looking at what's happening in New York and California, and I'm like, oh man, I wish we did that here. But it turns out like it was just a matter of time till people kind of got the hang of it. And like, oh, I see. Yeah, I was in San Francisco last week and I had a pour over. It was amazing. Sure. It didn't take long for things to catch on, but still delayed nevertheless. So, yeah, that was kind of the start. And then I had a couple cafes kind of sign on to say like, yeah, we want your coffee and we want an espresso blend. Do you have that? And I had to come up with that. I was very snobby at the time. I was like, no, we don't blend any coffees. We just single origin, natural Ethiopia. That's it. That's all anyone should drink. But then they were like, well, because if you had an espresso blend, we'd buy like 50 pounds a week. And I was like, I have an espresso blend.
Dollar signs.
Ding, ding, ding. And I got to thank DeCapo for that. They kicked me in the butt. And if Mark and Dee listen to this, there you have it. You did it.
Wow, lots of shout outs today.
I know.
That's so sweet.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. We were supposed to be laughing. But
I'm laughing.
So nevertheless, let me finish this overview. My start in coffee and is all just based around this company that I started, and it continues to unfold, and we continue to grow, and the relationships continue to unfold, and it's great. It really is when I stop and think about it. But it's still a really tiny company, and I am personally excited by the prospect of doing more with our customers, not wholesale customers per se, but like people off the street. Because now they can come in here and interrupt our podcast and ask for a latte, and I'll say, no, we're not a coffee shop.
We're not a coffee shop.
And then they'll be like, oh, that's weird. And then they'll leave, and then they'll leave us a bad review on Google. So
have they done that? I haven't seen that.
Yes.
Oh, maybe I'm not doing my job well.
No. It was a while ago. It was like a few years ago when we were moving into this building. We were vacating the other property.
Oh, yeah.
And some guy walked in and saw an empty office and was like, there's no one in here. I drove all this way and no one's here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave a bad review.
Oh, I love keyboard fighters or whatever you want to call them.
So, yeah. Fuck that guy.
Well, who knows where he is, but he's not here.
I can't let it go.
It's okay.
Anyways.
You can let it go. But yeah, we just kind of recently opened the doors to actual Coffee HQ, which means we are seeing a lot more people and hopefully not getting a lot of bad reviews.
No, they're all good, actually.
Yeah.
I put this thing on our website that probably annoyingly emails people whenever they place an order.
Sorry.
It's like looks reviews, and we have like over 100 5-star reviews.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It is cool, and they leave comments, and so that's cool to see. But I like talking with people when they come in, and I talk a lot, so it works out. But all right, so let's get back. What's your start in coffee?
Yeah.
How did we meet?
Yeah.
When did it begin for you?
Okay, so for me, my start is very, very different. My start in coffee actually kind of started around relationships and just friendships, where we'd get together and we would have coffee together. As I already mentioned, I'm pretty young over here.
Gen Z.
I am
Loser.
a Gen Z, unfortunately. But I had the luxury of having some friends who were older than me, who were super into coffee and were super posh about it. They had espresso machines in their home. I remember being, 13, 14 and, being shown how to use a Breville home espresso machine, which is kind of silly to think about.
What was that like?
Oh, it was honestly just so fun. And I feel like the relationships that I developed like around making coffee were just awesome. We would have friends over and we would like serve up everybody drinks, and just the idea of being in a living room and talking and just connecting. And it was all surrounded by, a cup of coffee, which I think is ultimately why I continued to get into coffee. I love coffee. I love people a little bit more, which is hard to say because I am more introverted. So it feels like this weird, conflict, but here we are. I then was very, very fortunate to have been gifted an espresso machine for my birthday, which was wild. I don't think you hear about that kind of thing very often. And so I was 14 years old making coffee every day for myself and my family before school, and having people over and making them drinks, which was ridiculous. Like if you think about that, that was ridiculous. So I got super into coffee. Everyone knew me as the coffee person. every time it was time to gift Tiffany a gift, it was coffee, yada, yada, yada.
Did you get any of those like really chintzy like signs that say like live, laugh, love,
all the time.
coffee?
All the time. My mom would like
But first
shroud-
coffee.
Oh yeah. It was t-shirts on anything you could possibly imagine. My mom would like shroud little like those little signs all around the coffee bar area at home. They were everywhere.
Yeah.
They were everywhere.
I hate those. I just want to say for the
know.
record, it's a really thoughtful gesture. But for anyone looking around Hobby Lobby for things that say coffee on them, don't
Please.
don't bring them in here.
Please don't.
Don't give them to people who like coffee either.
No. But
Okay.
it is sweet, but no. So I made a lot of coffee at home. And when I was finally old enough to drive to work, I thought to myself, maybe I should work in a place that I already know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I really thought a lot of myself back then.
You're like, I'm already a barista.
I was like, I know everything there could possibly be to know. I knew nothing.
Yeah.
My goodness. So I worked at a couple different coffee shops here in like Michigan, and then did that throughout my time in high school. Jumped down to South Carolina for college, worked in a cafe or two cafes there, and in Charleston.
What kind of cafes were they?
The first cafe was one I can't even say. I would not say that.
Like for legal reasons you can't say?
No, I just mostly, I guess I could say.
No, you don't have to.
No, I can. No, I can. I worked at like a Crimson Cup situation.
Oh my, they had one down there?
Yeah. It
Was this like Hilton Head area?
That one was actually going to be more towards like Murrells Inlet, which is kind of by Myrtle Beach if you're familiar with the area. But then I worked in like a total third wave coffee place. It was dinosaur themed.
Dinosaurs?
It was dinosaur themed. It was in Charleston. There were dinos everywhere. We had it was ridiculous. Couldn't tell you what was going on in my life at the time, but I worked at a dinosaur themed coffee.
What kind of dinosaurs? Like Ankylosaurus?
I wish I could even tell you I retained anything about dinosaurs.
Diplodocus?
Stegosaurus? T-Rex?
I know all the dinosaur names.
I don't know any of the dinosaur names.
Gigantosaurus.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm done.
Pterodactyl. There's one. Hey.
Yep.
But that is all pre-knowing you, right?
Right.
So after college and whatnot, I ended up moving back to the Michigan, Ohio area. And when I moved back, I pretty much immediately started working at a cafe in a little tiny town called Blissfield, Michigan.
Oh, the steam in coffee room.
The steam and coffee room. Literally. It was really, really cool. It really ignited my love for coffee. Ben and Lindsay there are some of the best people, and they really know what they're doing. And I think during that time was when we might have crossed paths. We didn't officially meet. We served actual coffee there, and that was that was my first introduction to actual coffee, really.
Yeah.
Outside of maybe having it at some cafes in Toledo growing up. But throughout that time, I was just drinking coffee all the time and making coffee all the time. And after that, there was a period of time where COVID happened.
Oh, our favorite disease.
Our favorite little guy, favorite little thing. So that did put a little damper on a lot of, small businesses. So during that time, I was not doing much. I was not working in coffee, but
Typical Gen Z.
Typical Gen Z.
Nobody wants to work.
Nobody wants to work. And you know what? Still don't. Still don't.
Yeah, I never took issue when people said that. Like, of course they don't.
Yeah, who does?
Do you want to work?
I would love to, no work. Anyways, Steam In transitioned into what is now known as the Starling Lounge and Four Keys Brewery. And I
Yes.
spent a stint there, I would say like 2-3 years maybe. And I had a lot of fun. I definitely met you a couple times. You were having kids at that point.
I know.
Isn't that
They're
crazy?
running around everywhere.
They're everywhere. During that time, I also took it upon myself to start my own coffee cart. I said, you know what? I don't have the money for a cafe, and I don't have the money for XYZ. So I'm going to do what I can do, which is still spend money.
Yeah.
And make a coffee cart.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny, like all of these stories they start with a young person who had a dream, who loved something and wanted to put it out there. Ben and Lindsay Forkey, of originally Steam Inn, and now Starling Lounge. Me, you, like,
Yeah.
it's all someone with a dream who wants to get into coffee.
Yeah.
And, you're like, you learn what it takes and how long it's going to take and how
Yeah.
much money it's going to take.
So
and,
much more than you think.
in every regard. But some people push through,
Yeah.
like you did, like Ben and Lindsay.
Well, I don't know.
You eventually gave up.
I did give up. I did. I was doing kind of the coffee thing on my own for a hot minute.
Right.
And I think when you are doing that by yourself, it's a lot more than you think going into it. I was working full time at another cafe and doing the coffee cart on the side. And I was just like, I need support, And I think we really came together in my time when I worked at Rust Belt, which, gosh, I've been here for like almost a year now.
Almost.
That's wild.
Time flies.
But we bonded over broken equipment, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like that was when we interacted the most.
Right. And buying new equipment.
Buying new equipment. Yeah, I love something shiny and new.
Yeah, I think I was, I remember feeling like, wow, Tiffany is really making this happen, because Rust Belt went through a transition of, like a redesign and getting some new stuff. And of course, like before that, though, it was like maintaining the equipment, making sure the coffee was tasting good and knowing when it wasn't. Like, those are all things I pay attention to when people are invested in that.
Sure.
And so people stand out. They have a means of standing out.
I was just holding up a gun to you the whole time.
I think your battery died.
No.
Okay.
It just has a recording limit of 30 minutes.
So it's been 30 minutes already.
It's been 30 minutes. But that's cool.
Yeah. The first one can be a little longer.
It's okay. I'm sure we'll have to edit quite a bit out. Oh, come on. You can snap better than that.
No, I can't.
You can't?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
No, I can't snap my fingers very loud, and I don't know left and right, which really, set me off on a trajectory of mediocrity in my entire life.
Yeah, I did actually for a very long time think you were making up the left and right thing, and I've witnessed it so many times.
Yeah. I've never quite been able to crack the code.
Yeah.
Or understand the hack.
You don't do the where you put the hands out in front with the L's?
No, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
That's annoying. You got to hold up your arms.
What if you just did
I don't want to do that. I just want to know.
What if you just did a little tattoo? Like a little L.
I thought about coming up with an app. No.
Hang on. Hang on. I don't want to hold up my hands to figure out my left and my right, but I will take out my phone and double check an app to tell me which way I'm going.
Yeah, it's a business idea.
Sure.
So the idea is I have this app.
Yeah.
And it's 99 cents.
Okay.
This is back when people paid for apps.
Yeah, not happening.
This idea is from 2010.
Wow.
But you would have this app, and it would tell you in a really simple way which way was left, and conversely, which way was right.
Wow. So you are just a con man.
It could be red and blue. There's a political left and right. There could be a stage left and right. You could have
which is different.
The maritime, port and starboard, all of these things. And I thought, for quick reference, it would be worth 99 cents to not get lost in the Bronx or something, like turn left, no right, all these things.
Sure.
But,
And you again, not to hate on this idea at all, but to actually really hate on this idea, you would think, you thought that like, yes, I want to give someone this app. Oh, I'm sorry, not give.
no,
make them
they need
pay
to buy it from me
for 99 cents. Would be more productive than
sort of
holding
like
up your hands.
sort of like this whole podcast idea.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't we take the long way
Sure.
to get to the simple solution?
Slow and steady.
But, I figured the development cost on this app would be pretty low. And it's worth a shot, if 10,000 people downloaded this app.
Yeah.
I'd get like $2,000. I don't know.
What could have been?
I know.
What could have been?
Yeah.
Anyways.
So... Yeah, so we got sidetracked there.
We
but
did.
That's
okay.
the point.
Yeah.
That's the point. So Tiffany and I met because we were both working in coffee. I was selling coffee. She was supplying places.
Sure.
No, not supplying places. You were working at places.
I was working at places, yeah.
And I think what happened is... Well, you were starting a social media company as well.
I was,
like
yes.
a social media marketing company.
Yeah.
And I was looking for someone to kind of take over our social media channels because I just wasn't doing it, and you kind of need to do that nowadays.
Yeah, it's tough. It really is.
You need to post something on your MySpace from time to time.
If you're going to be a business owner, you also have to be a photographer and a website manager and an SEO expert and, a social media person. Yeah.
So you and a friend started a little agency, and we had drinks.
Yeah.
Well, I drank anyways at Manhattan's, and I think we met at Rust Belt as well.
Yeah, we shared a meal over Balance.
That
was nice.
Shout out to Balance. Yes.
So many shout outs.
The wise man. You ever get that?
No, I'm a Bootable. And the yum yum sauce.
You're basic if you get the wise man. See you later, Vlad.
See ya, Vlad.
Do pobачення.
Cowabunga.
Oh, yes. Are those going to the Ukraine? Come in and say hello.
Vlad, say hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
You're going to be famous now.
Yeah.
Soviet?
Those are cute.
Oh, I'm just joking.
I like them. Have a good day.
Thanks
Do
for everything.
pobачення.
So you were doing the social media thing.
Yeah.
And I was ready to hire you. And then you
Wow.
fell on hard times.
I did. I fell on some.
But we don't want to
tough
hear
times.
about any
No
of
one
that.
needs to hear about tough times.
Stupid and boring.
Stupid and boring. Stupid idiot, dumb girl. Long story short, hard times happened, and I kind of fell off the face of the earth there for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was lame.
Pretty
So,
lame.
I went a different direction, found
Yeah.
a different company, and
Yeah.
worked with them for a while. And that...
And like a desperate ex, he came calling back.
What ended up happening was I learned that I did, in fact, need that work to be done.
Yeah.
There was some good things coming from it. And but people started telling me that we needed more, like, better coffee content, I think. And one of the issues was that I was directing the social media content somewhat, and my default is being silly,
What?
and
Who said that?
I said that.
Who said that?
And because of my inability to be serious, I find that a lot of the content that we were making was just me kind of be like, oh crap, I have to do something today. Oh, let me come up with something. Oh, I know. I'll be stupid, and people will laugh.
Sure.
Which is what we did for a while.
Yeah. And we do still do some of that.
It's still a default tendency of mine. But now, because of your experience, we can actually sometimes be a serious company that has delicious coffee and effective marketing strategies.
Wow. Yeah, it's a small, what is that, a tight rope?
Yes, a fine line.
A fine line.
There's a fine line between stupid and clever.
Hey, and you know what? I'm not claiming either.
That is a quote from Spinal Tap, for the record.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's been going well. In fact, a lot of people love the work that you've been doing on social media. I hear about it all the time.
That's very sweet to hear. It's
true.
fun.
People tell me all the time, and I take total credit for it.
You should. Who am I? I don't even work here.
Nobody.
I'm just a girl.
No, that's not true. You are the co-host of the actual Coffee Cast.
That is true.
So I was thinking about who to have on this podcast next, and
Joe Rogan, right?
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
After Joe Rogan sort of kicks it off,
Yeah.
then we'll go on to, like, I don't know, some former presidents or something.
Sure.
Bill Clinton, I think, hasn't made many podcast debuts, so I was thinking about having Bill on.
Let's get Barack.
Yeah, he does it all the time, though.
Yeah.
He's probably too expensive or something. But
No, I'm sure, like, what's that, like, 6 degrees of separation?
yeah, Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, we can get there so fast.
Yeah, okay. We'll give him a call.
All right.
We'll give him the old ring.
Give him a little razzle-dazzle.
So that's coming up. You know, bottom line is we're here to have a good time.
Yeah.
So
I think this is the most you and I have ever spoken, actually.
I don't like it.
Yeah, if I could just shut up.
What else were we going to talk about?
I think we were just going to say, like, hey, we're here to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully for a long time.
Yeah.
But if not,
should we have, like, a podcast email address?
Oh, like hello@actualcoffee.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where people could write in and give us their feedback.
Of course. And you can always, comment below on all of the different things they allow you to comment.
There's comments?
There's comments.
On MySpace?
No concerns. But yeah, you should be able to, like, click through the show notes below and see all of our stuff. And then also let us know what you think.
Where else are we going to put these?
Ooh, we're going to see it on Spotify for sure. We're going to see it on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
You're also going to be able to catch us on YouTube.
Right.
I know. You can listen to this, or you can listen and see our wonderful faces. Maybe.
Yeah, sometimes.
Depends on the day.
I might be wearing a hat next time.
Oh, okay. Feeling a little moody and broody.
Yeah, I might be wearing a hat or, some sweats.
Sure.
I don't really know how to look.
Did you say sweats?
Sweats.
See, like, you
Sweats.
did shoot down my sweatsuit idea, and I am just bringing this back up again.
I would love to walk around in a sweatsuit.
I think we need...
Or a windsuit.
We need sweats that have actual right on the cheeks. Just like those old juicy sweatpants.
Yes.
You know? And so when it says actual and it's right over the butt, it's perfect. Are you kidding?
No.
I can't believe we haven't fast-tracked this through.
You know, it just dawned on me that that's a real company priority now.
I'm glad you finally get it.
Damn.
Yeah. Too bad we won't have that in time for Christmas.
Right.
You know what we will have in time for Christmas?
No, what?
What? Sweater weather.
Oh my God, of course.
Of course.
That's true. Sweater weather's getting ready to come out. And boy, oh boy, do we have a surprise for our listeners.
Oh, we sure do. I haven't killed anyone yet.
Yes.
That's the surprise.
Right.
No, we spent some time on this blend. We did a little extra.
And money. We spent some money on it.
Yeah, we did do that. We did.
So sweater weather this year, it's a new look, but same great taste.
Same great taste.
But new look.
Yeah. Of course.
Just like your favorite Pantene Pro V. New look. Same great taste.
Exactly. There's a little nuance to it. I think we tasted it this time around and we pulled out a few different flavor notes, I feel like.
We did. We pulled them right out.
We pulled them out, plucked them right out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a lot of fun with this one.
I think it's going to be excellent, but if people don't buy it...
it's over.
Yeah.
Podcast is done.
Not just the podcast.
I will be homeless.
Right.
You will be homeless.
No, I won't be.
You won't be homeless. I will be homeless. So if you would like to prevent me specifically from being homeless, please, this is me calling out to you.
Show your support.
Show your support for me so I don't get fired. That would be great.
It's on the line.
It is.
It's not
yeah.
out of the question.
I never a day am I, at peace with the fact that I won't be fired that day.
I like people to really feel like, if I don't get it right today, something could happen. That's an important thing. Like there's a bit of a safety net. We do have some tolerance for mistakes here.
Sure.
But I don't like the language that a lot of companies use. They're like, "Oh, it's only good if you fail." I'm like, what are you talking about?
No,
fail fast.
Fail and you're fired.
That's right. If you fail, you're fired.
Fail, you're fired. And I love that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Um,
Regardless of all of that, get yourself some sweater weather.
Right. I was going to say the only reason I wouldn't be homeless is because
yes.
I have a camper.
You know what? You're so right. I can't believe I didn't think of that. You do have a camper. Now, this camper, for those of you who have not been shown it.
Yeah. I bought it for $500.
On Facebook Marketplace.
Well, no.
Oh.
I bought a $500 camper, and it's a pretty interesting story.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use names because I don't want to embarrass anyone.
Whoa.
But it's also, in hindsight, really funny.
I have no idea where this is going, genuinely.
Yeah. Well, to make a long story short, one of our really close family friends was dating someone who had a camper. His parents had a camper.
Okay.
And it was just sitting in the yard sort of situation and had been for some number of years.
Sure.
And I don't know how it came up in conversation, but I was just like, "Hey man, you know anyone who's got a camper for sale?" And he's like, "Well, I do." I'm like, "What?"
Whoa.
So I'm like, "Well, what is it?" And he's like, "You want it?" I'm like, "Maybe. Tell me about it." He's like, "Well, how much would you give me for it?"
You don't know anything about it yet.
I don't know anything about it.
Wow.
I was like, "I don't know. I'm looking for like a $500 camper."
Sure.
Something around between $0 and 500.
Yeah.
And he's like, I could make 500 work. Let me see.
Whoa.
So he's like, text the family, and got a yes. Like we were just sitting there eating dinner. I'm like, okay, sight unseen, $500 camper. Sounds good.
Okay.
My wife Tori, not upset at all.
Wow.
Totally cool with this.
Shout out to Tori, really.
I should clarify, being very sarcastic with that last comment. So anyways, get some pictures and a FaceTime walkthrough shortly after.
Sure.
And turns out, I think a $500 camper looking like more than a $500 camper.
Yeah.
But I only have to spend $500.
Yeah.
So I went down and picked it up.
Yeah.
And I got it. Now, it turns out the floor is soft and rotten, and it probably needs a new roof, and it's probably a $500 camper or less. But nevertheless, I've been told that stuff works on it.
Yeah.
And it's complete with mothballs and a mattress and
nice.
And I think the shitter's full, so that's good.
Well, have you ever cleaned an RV?
No.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it, but in a way I am.
Yeah.
So that's why I won't be homeless.
Okay. I was going to say, my perspective on this was that you came in for maybe 2 weeks straight every morning, and you would pull up Facebook Marketplace and you would show me all these campers.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm looking for a camper. Tiffany, do you know anyone who's getting rid of a camper? And I had
obsessed.
I had no one. Mm-hmm. And somehow within the end of that 2 weeks, you did come home with a camper.
I did.
Yeah.
That's kind of, it's a weird thing. I get obsessed with things and I can't let go.
Wow.
I think it's part of the disease I'm going to be getting treated for.
Which disease are you getting treated for? If
I
that
don't know
doesn't
yet.
violate any HIPAA, you know.
No, I don't know hippo, but
yeah.
they haven't told me yet. But I'm going to get the full, the full blood test. If they're going to test my brain,
The works.
they're going to find out if maybe I'm on the spectrum,
Wow.
I have Spectrum cable here.
Yeah. Well, that's
unrelated, but
I felt like that was the most related, actually.
yeah. So I've always been highly suspect of having some kind of ADHD, and I learned some big words recently about like executive dysfunction. I think I have a healthy dose of that.
Yeah, we did sit in here the other day and we went to our handy dandy Chat GPT and said, "Hey Chat, give me an ADHD test." Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I scored very high.
Nah, yeah,
But
I
in
didn't.
in like the golf sense,
Yeah,
where like it's bad if
It's
you
bad.
have a high score.
yeah.
Not that having ADHD is bad, but if you're me, it might be. We'll see.
We'll find out. I guess we'll have to keep you posted. Maybe we'll reveal the answer in another episode.
That's right. I don't have any drug-seeking tendencies, at least not for that kind of medication.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I could transform before your eyes. I could wilt.
You're like a little
or
butterfly.
I could blossom. I could open the chrysalis and flap my wings. And
Wow.
just imagine. Yeah. So I guess we should wrap this up because it's been we've been sitting here for a long time.
It's been like 5 minutes, at least.
What do you think so far? First podcast reflections while we're literally recording it.
While we're literally recording it, one, I really do think this is the longest we've talked to each other in a hot minute. Mm-hmm. We have been flying around like birds with our head cut off lately, it seems. There's a lot on our to-do list.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to get to sit down and chat. I think that's fun. I'm learning a lot right now about sound and audio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also have learned that I bump things a lot.
Let's try that. Here's what it sounds like.
Whoa. So sorry for your ears.
The low budget podcast
It's
stuff.
the low budget podcast. But I mean,
anyone, sorry to interrupt, but for anyone looking at podcasting equipment, you're like, oh, I got to get these nice boom mic stands. But see these springs, they're like guitar strings, and
they're ready.
Yeah, that's like the brown note almost.
Yeah.
Do you know what the brown note is?
Is that the one that makes you poop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like maybe a few hertz.
Hey,
shy.
careful if you have IBS.
Yeah.
Cover your ears.
Right. Pause.
Yeah.
But if you hit this, that's almost the brown note. I can feel.
I can feel something happening.
I can feel.
Are you turtling over there?
I can feel a rumbling in the loins.
Oh, good heavens!
So yeah, but just be aware of these things. Maybe if you got the cash, just drop it on that nice stuff.
Yeah.
Like Rode.
Yeah.
Didn't do that. But
you know what? Budget podcast.
That's right.
Yeah. So hopefully you don't hate us by now.
No.
I don't think so.
Have we given people an adequate lay of the land on what we're going to be doing with this?
Yeah. I feel like, in all transparency, I feel like this might be the most serious one.
Damn it.
I'm just kidding. It's pretty chill. I feel like this was about as serious as we get.
There's a few other things I forgot. Hold on.
Oh, yes.
I'd like to point out today's unofficial sponsor.
Oh.
Kirkland Sparkling Water has no affiliation with this podcast whatsoever.
Yeah. Did we check with legal on this?
No, but
okay.
I'm just drinking it. I already said it. You'll have to sue me. The bottom line is we don't have any beverage sponsors other than
our own beverages?
Our own.
Yeah.
But I wanted to fit in like every other podcast I watch, they always have
Yeah.
like Celsius or liquid death or
Yeah.
just whole milk, unbranded milk. They're like,
Sure.
oh, we got milk behind us.
We're watching very different videos and podcasts then.
I know. But I just felt like we should have some kind of sparkling water on the table
Yeah.
to show how serious we are about podcasting.
We're incredibly serious. Yeah. That's what I was waiting for. I knew it was coming. Yeah.
Ow.
Budget podcast.
Budget podcast.
Yeah.
I suppose the last thing that I want to say
Please.
is this is the beginning of something really great. So make sure to mash that like and subscribe button
MASH.
and stay tuned till the very end of every episode because thanks to your viewership, we're going to be able to do some really, really amazing things. Like we're going to build a sailboat and we're going to revive old trucks in a field.
Yeah.
And we're going to interview Joe Rogan and Barack Hussein Obama.
Yes.
And just everybody. It's going to be...
I also heard that we were hosting a confessional at the end. So at the end of every episode, you were going to confess something.
Well, thanks to all of these closed, these Catholic churches closing, I'm actually having a confessional booth getting delivered in about 5 minutes.
Whoa, the timing of that was crazy.
I know. It's for real.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Is there a time limit on like how long you're allowed to be in confessional?
I don't know how it works in the Catholic Church because I'm not Catholic, but
Yeah.
I think that we should limit it for safety.
For safety. I do too. What do we think? Like 10 minutes?
That's too long.
A
lot can happen in 10 minutes.
No, for safety.
I think for
I'm
safety-
starting to track with you.
For safety, it should be about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think I am starting to track with you, and I don't disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a time and place for confessionals.
I know a lot of things can happen in 30 seconds, but you won't get that far,
Yeah.
So for safety, I think we cap it at 30 seconds. But
Yeah.
if anyone out there wants to confess anything, we'd encourage you to send your confessions to hello@actualcoffee.com.
Yes.
And you'll receive a reply from goodbye@actualcoffee.com.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I need to get back to work, so...
I can't believe you said that. I'm so excited.
I think we should quit.
We should quit right now. Oh my goodness. I guess we'll see you on the next one.
See you in the next one. До побачення.
Cowabunga.